The biggest mistake you can make today is assuming that everyone experiences pain and growth in the same way. What do I mean by this? First, let's talk about narcissism. It's like a maze where people hide behind tough walls, and truths are hard to find. In this video, we're going to explore why some questions that will leave narcissists speechless. We'll see how they use their feelings like shields and why they don't always tell the truth. Get ready to dive into the world of narcissism with me. Number 1. Why do you act so nicely in front of strangers? Imagine we're talking about why some people act like they know everything and never seem to care about others' feelings. You know, like when someone wears a mask to hide their true self and always wants to be in control.
We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
It's like they think they're better than everyone else. We're also talking about how hard it is for them to understand how others feel or see things differently. In some relationships, it feels like one person always has to be in charge, and that's not healthy. When they make mistakes, they never want to admit it. They just blame someone else. Do you ever wonder why they do that? It's because they don't want to face their own problems. We're thinking about questions they might struggle to answer, like, can they really understand how others feel? Or do they even know why they do the things they do? Understanding this helps us see why some people act the way they do. It's like we're figuring out a puzzle together, trying to understand something that's really complicated. Number 2, and this question is a little tricky. If you hate me so much, why don't you leave me? Why don't you let me go now? A narcissist might ask you this question too. Let me explain. When you ask a narcissist this, you won't get an honest answer. They won't say, yes, I hate you, but I can't leave you. No, they'll never admit that. Instead, they might say they can't live without you, even if they don't really care about you. It's hard for them to be honest because it makes them feel vulnerable. If a narcissist asks you this, they're trying to make you feel guilty. They want you to think you're causing them harm and that it's your fault things aren't working out. It's confusing, right? They're avoiding responsibility for hurting you and pretending like everything's okay. But remember, their question is just another way to dismiss your feelings. The third question is, do you genuinely believe your opinions are facts and they supersede others? A narcissist struggles to authentically answer this question. When asked, they may confidently claim that their opinions are always facts and reality. But deep down, even if just a tiny bit honest, they know they fabricate stories and believe their own falsehoods. They deceive themselves before deceiving others, making it impossible for them to provide a genuine response. Instead, they continually lie to themselves until they are convinced, vigorously defending their beliefs thereafter. This unwavering conviction stems from the internal work they do to justify their actions. For instance, if they cheat on you, they might blame it on your supposed abandonment, distorting the truth to fit their narrative. Despite your efforts to please them, they perceive your actions as insufficient. To a narcissist, their version of events becomes their truth, regardless of evidence suggesting otherwise. This insistence on their distorted reality perplexes others, who wonder how they can remain so steadfast in their lies. It's because they first convinced themselves of their falsehoods. As a result, they vehemently defend their fabricated truths, unwilling to acknowledge any alternative perspective. This internal deception allows them to maintain a facade of confidence, even when faced with contradictions. Ultimately, their inability to confront their own lies prevents them from providing an honest answer to this question. Number 4. Why are you so bothered by my differences? Differences are good in a healthy relationship because they help us compromise and understand each other better. You don't have to like all the same things to be together. That would be boring. It's exciting to learn about each other's perspectives and experiences. But in a narcissistic relationship, being different is seen as a problem. They want you to be just like them, to do everything their way. They treat you like an object they control, not as a person with your own thoughts and feelings. How can you think for yourself or have your own identity when they're always pulling the strings? It's unfair, but that's how they see things. Number 5, and the most revealing one. What are some of your biggest hurts and pains? Everyone goes through tough times. It's part of growing up. But if you ask a narcissist this question, they'll act like they're invincible. They'll say they're above it all, that nothing can hurt them. Even if they experienced abuse, they'd brush it off like it was nothing. They won't admit that their childhood was difficult because then they'd have to take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they'll keep pretending they're perfect and blame others for their problems. Some narcissists even talk about their past trauma, but they use it to manipulate people. They want others to feel sorry for them, but they won't do anything to change. If you try to help them, they'll just blame you for everything. So, if you're dealing with someone like this, don't fall for their tricks. It's just another way for them to control and hurt you. Number 6. Can you empathize with others' emotions and experiences? Imagine you're in a conversation dissecting the psychology of narcissism. The discussion starts with an exploration of how narcissists perceive themselves as all-knowing beings incapable of error. They wear masks in social settings, projecting an image of perfection while concealing their true selves. The contradiction of a narcissist's dependence on others while maintaining a facade of superiority is highlighted. The discussion also touches on the struggle narcissists face in empathizing with differing opinions, clinging to their own distorted realities. Toxic dynamics of narcissistic relationships, where individuality is stifled and control is paramount, are explored. The inability of narcissists to confront their own traumas, instead deflecting blame onto others, is discussed. Viewers are invited to reflect on which questions a narcissist truly can't answer, including whether they can empathize with others' emotions and experiences. This fosters a deeper understanding of this complex personality disorder. It's like having a thought-provoking conversation with a knowledgeable friend passionate about helping others navigate the complexities of narcissistic abuse. Number 7. What are your true motivations and intentions behind your actions? This question delves into the core of a person's intentions and motivations. For many individuals, answering this question requires introspection and honesty with oneself. However, for narcissists, grappling with this question can be particularly challenging. Narcissists struggle to provide genuine answers to this question due to their deep-seated need for validation and admiration. Their actions are often driven by a desire to maintain their inflated sense of self-importance and superiority. Consequently, they may resort to manipulation, deceit, and exploitation to achieve their goals. Furthermore, narcissists have difficulty acknowledging their true intentions because they may lack genuine empathy and insight into their own behavior. Their focus on self-enhancement and self-preservation often blinds them to the impact of their actions on others. Moreover, narcissists may engage in gaslighting tactics to evade accountability and responsibility for their behavior. They may deflect blame onto others or distort reality to avoid confronting their true motivations. In essence, asking a narcissist about their true motivations and intentions behind their actions can reveal their inability to engage in authentic self-reflection and empathy. Their responses may be superficial, defensive, or evasive, highlighting their fundamental inability to form healthy and genuine connections with others. Please tell me which question you think stumps narcissists the most. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching today. See you next time for more. Click this suggested video over here. See you in there.